Well done, John, and thank you. I would now like to introduce Jonathan Dunne, part of the organising committee, to say a few words. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was asked to speak at rather short notice, but the only problem is the lads are after taking all my lines, so I'm a bit stumped here up at the top. No, but in fairness to Sean, and John has set out his vision himself, it's wonderful to see such a crowd here tonight. And we all know John. We all know how he can work and how he can deliver. It'll never be for lack of effort with John. He's totally sacrificed himself to politics since he went down that road in 2009. In 2008, he would have said to me at the time that he was thinking of getting into politics, and I thought he was completely mad. Still think he is mad, even though he's going where he's going. But at that time, he put himself forward in a constituency, which was, by its nature, always returned two Fine Gael, two Fianna Fáil councillors. No one gave him a chance. He topped the poll. In 2011, he put himself out on the national stage to fight the Laois Offaly constituency. He got almost 5,000 first preferences. Again, he just fell short in that and was very disappointed at the time, but it was an incredible achievement to do what he did. But why did he get it? He got it because people realised that he can deliver. People realised that he will work. And that's what marks him different than the rest of the field. He's a worker. He came again then in 2014. He put himself up in the local elections. He exceeded the quota by 1,000 votes. He blew the opposition away. Again, because of work rate. Because of his work rate on the ground. And because of his honesty in dealing with people and his commitment to people. And I hear a lot of baloney out there about left, right, where do you sit here, where do you sit there. Well, I know where John Leahy sits and you know where he sits. John Leahy sits in the position to work and to work hard to represent people. And that's the beginning and end point when it comes to a politician. Now we're going to hear a lot over the next couple of weeks. A lot of rubbish, I'd say, to put it bluntly, that will be throughout, where people will promise this and that to us. People have promised the sun, the moon, the stars to us. And we know a lot of it will go up in smoke when whatever government is formed is formed. But we know we put this man in the Dáil. We know what we're getting. We know what's on the packet. We know he won't let us down for lack of effort. And we heard him tonight speak about rural Ireland. But for too long, there hasn't been a voice up there for rural Ireland. There's a couple after joining in the last couple of years. But us in small schools were at the forefront of it in 2012, when the government decided to cut the pupil-teacher ratio in small schools. It was a massive cut, which was, to put it bluntly, was aimed, the policy of it was to try and close schools, I suppose, in some respects, and trying to amalgamate schools together. It was driven by civil servants and the like. There's no point in saying any effort. The people in Dublin that don't know what it is to live down in rural Ireland, they don't know what rural Ireland is, they don't have the slightest idea. Everything is added in a calculator and taught up at the end, and that's how it works. John was the man that got on his bike first. I remember he rang me one evening, just to give you an example of it. And he said, Jonathan, we need to do something about this. And at that stage, I was, to be quite honest with you, I was just shrugging my shoulders, same as everyone else. What could we do? He organised a public meeting in Tullamore. He lobbied hard on the issue. Almost 300 people turned up to that meeting. But why did he do it? He did it because he saw back then what everybody's talking about now. He saw the attack that was being made on rural Ireland in the form of education. We've seen that attack since. We've seen it with justice, the closure of Garda stations. We've seen it in healthcare. We see it all. We witness it all around us. And he's right when he says that. It has been deliberate. It has been deliberate the way it's been foisted upon us. But he fought too. He didn't sit in the fence, and he set about trying to make a difference. And I suppose he edged trying to put himself in the national stage. He's only going to do so much in Offaly or in North Tipperary. And again, he saw an opportunity when a new political movement was being formed, when many others were sitting at the fence, lads scratching their heads, independents, wondering, would I do this, would I do that, will I do the other, afraid they might upset constituents. But John met with Lucinda Creighton and he saw his vision for rural Ireland. And he said, if I can have a piece of this and I can put this to the forefront, yes, I'm in with you. And listening to and from listening to what she had to bring to the party as well. And the only people out there that detracted from that since are the people that's scared that he made a good decision. They're the only people that has detracted from that. Because John saw the opportunity to get on the national stage and to make a difference, and that's what he was doing by coming involved in that and putting his issues out there. And I suppose that's where Renua came in the rural Ireland, with the rural Ireland element. John's right. Like we stand, it's the John Grennans of this world, it's the Stevie Grants that's going to bring jobs to our area. But those men have been laden down by one government after the other. John spoke about the carpenter, the plumber, etc. Those are the people that's going to create employment here. We need to give those a break. And that's what renewal was about. So marrying the two together, now we have a serious candidate. But just reflecting back for 2 moments on what he said there when he set out in 2000 when he set out in 2008. And his message was very simple, or 2009. He spoke about being reliable, about being approachable, about working hard to get the job done. Well, he's here today and he's on the verge of getting the job done. And I suppose I'm asking one thing as part of the campaign team. There's many people that's involved in it. I'm asking us all to do one thing here tonight. To row in behind him as much as we possibly can. To get the vote out there. And not to have him to win the 3rd seat. To get him to top the poll. There's no reason he can't. There's no politician like him in the field. So I leave that thought with you. Whatever you can do in whatever capacity. Let it be canvassing, let it be putting up posters, let it be begging people to go out to vote. We know we can put politicians into it all that can make a real difference for Offaly North Tipperary. And it's about time we got it. Okay, so let's put Leahy in it all.
Thanks very much for that, Jonathan. And just to back up what Jonathan says, you know, the people in this room here tonight can get this man elected. And it's down to us to do it because it's a good thing to do, it needs to happen, and it's going to benefit everybody here. There are forms going around here, so you can sign the form if you want to contribute to the campaign in any way that you can. Because this is really a movement now, and it starts here tonight. So again, just to thank everybody for coming out here tonight. There's refreshments over here afterwards, so please hang around for a while, mingle, and thanks again for coming out. And we'll be back here again when we have this man in the door. Okay?